Ayo, good morning, Epic Squad. What is poppin'? It's 12 in the morning. That's another reason that I said, Ayo, good morning, Epic Squad. What's poppin'? It is really hot. But I've done several videos in the past, and I've never done a full review on my Benjamin Prawler air gun. It shoots 22 caliber. 14 grain pellet. Now it's a pretty small, but then pretty decent. 22 is obviously bigger than 17 and 1.77, but I have about 50 shots in it left. I'm gonna buy some more, but this is the pellet size. This is a 22 caliber 14 grain. Now, I've done it like I've never done like a full actual review of the actual gun. I've only showed glimpses of it. I've never showed like the actual gun. Pellets are so hard to close on camera. In my normal life I can close them no problem. On the front, it showed really pointy tips, so I decided to get them because like, hey, that's maximum penetration. But in reality they look like dome pellets. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the gun and go over it and everything. The first thing I want to show of the actual gun before I show the full gun is the 4x32 scope that comes with it. This scope overall, to be honest, if you're going to use it, just upgrade, because this thing, when you zoom it in all the way, you have to shine it far, because I've zoomed it in just a tad and I'm about 1.5 yards from where I'm shooting birds. And it's blurry. You have to keep it fully zoomed out. I got it like barely pinched in just enough to where the birds are a decent target that I can actually hit, and where it's not too blurry and it's not too blurry, and it's just perfect. But this is a 4x32. I do believe I have a 4x20, so I should be able to, yeah. I'm going to show you guys the huge difference from a 4x30 to a 4x20. As you guys know, here's the size of a 4x20. This is it compared to my biggest finger. That's it compared to my biggest finger in fatness. Now that finger's pretty fat. Then, as I come over to set that gun down, and I come up to a 4x20. And you guys can do the judging. It's a decently small scope. So this is a 4x20. It's made by NC Star, as you can see. Now this one is not made by NC Star. It's made by a different company. Here's the size comparison. A 4x32 to a 4x20 scope size. I'm gonna go from back to back. You guys see that? It's pretty well. Boom. See the size differences? Much bigger. The scope is much thicker, easier to look through this scope. You have to get your eye perfectly angled. That's the 4x20. This is a 4x32, so this is 10 inches better than this. Now I want to get on with the full review of the gun. The Benjamin Prawler. Now, I've shot a couple small game. I've shot small game with this, and I've shot big game, and AKA it's pigeon. I looked up pigeon. You're allowed to hunt that all year round. In my state, obviously, but it exterminated a pigeon. Fun fact, I actually killed one. I shot it. It stumbled over to a tree over in there. It got to there somehow flying. And then like a day after, somehow it survived a whole day and is set in that Pacific tree. Because how I know is when I went out there the next day, I found feathers on the ground, and my sister found a head of a pigeon. So that's how I know it died and fell out of the tree. I don't know if my cats ate it or what. By the way, guys, I'm not shooting these birds for fun. These birds, like, they eat everything. Like, if you put bread out there for like trying to get squirrels. I know squirrels don't eat bread, but if you put bread out there trying to attract a Pacific like bird, like no joke, those are holes. Sorry, I thought that was dirt. Those are holes. They will come up. Pigeons and blackbirds will come up. Another reason you're allowed to shoot pigeons all year round is because they're considered a pest. At like, I don't know if you guys have like a store near me. There's like a whole line of stores, like I don't know, 60, 70 stores in one whole line. And then again, you have a gas station. The only reason it's hot is because I'm standing right in front of a light making this video. But right there's a ton of pigeons laying their babies. It's getting in the way. Nest is getting up in there. People, when they go into there, they get shit on. And birds are just constantly dying up there, so there's constant bodies up there, and they're constantly stinking. That's with blackbirds and pigeons, mostly those two. So that's why you can shoot them all year round, and they're considered a pest. That's why you can shoot them all year round. But yeah, that's why you can shoot them all year round. Because they like to get, and if you live on a farm and you have like an enclosed area, but that's like not fully enclosed, it's like a carport, they get underneath that and they can't find a way out, and they just shit all over your stuff. They shit on you. They get annoying. They lay their babies under there. Their babies die. You find bodies. You find feathers. You find all this stuff, and it's a hassle. And then after you get them all out, you have this big old nest to clean up. After this, I'm gonna go take a shower. And then you have this big old nest to clean up. It's mostly pigeon that does that. I killed a pigeon, 2 pigeons with this gun so far. The first one, it didn't exterminate because I didn't get a lethal kill on it, but I got a lethal, like, death kill where it's going to die later on. Somehow it stayed in that Pacific tree and survived for 1 whole day, and then it died at the end of the end of the day. I went out squirrel hunting because if they're considered a pest, then you don't need a license to shoot them. And here, there's not a lot. But when we've put bird feeders out there, they've ripped it up. They would eat holes in it, so they're considered a pest. So, well, we've never really put a bird feeder out there, but they like to get in trees, and then when you look over, you're like, oh, there's a squirrel. You look back at your bird. No! They're considered a pest to your hunting. So, that's why I kill them. I've had a blackbird. I've had a black pigeon really. I've had a black squirrel, a gray squirrel, and a fat squirrel. I've shot at 3 of them. Well, in reality, I saw 6, and I missed all 6. I think the first time I was not even 40. I was like not even 10 feet away from it. I was like 10 feet from a squirrel, and I had a clear shot right for its head. And since this is my first time squirrel hunting, I had my adrenaline going. So obviously I missed it. I put the scope up. I hit the slightest bit away from it. And I think I did kill, I can't say that I killed a squirrel, but I think I've killed a squirrel. Reason being is because I wounded one. I shot it in its hip, and it jumped from a tree and went down. And I think it died somewhere around, not in my yard. I think it got like into someone else's yard and bled out because I hit it in the hip. Because as soon as I fired, I noticed his body like turned a little bit, like he was on the power line. When he was on the power line, I shot. I seen his body like get like a shock, like something like that, and then he jumped from the power line to the tree, and then ran up onto the other power line and left. Guys, it's because this light, like it's so hot. But yeah. This thing is good for exterminating. If you guys are asking me, like, hey, what is well, I never noticed that. You guys are probably asking me, what is this gun good for? Is it good for small game, big game? If you're gonna kill big game, I request getting 80 grain pellets, but if your gun ain't available for 80 grain pellets, I don't think this one's 80 grain. I don't think you can get 80 grain. I think it's way too big. But, as you guys saw, I showed you a 14 grain pellet, and that was pretty small. So if you're going to go deer hunting, you're going to need something bigger. Now, maybe if you can get like a super lethal shot, like maybe right in the eyeball, you can kill him with a 14 grain.
because I feel like it'd go into its eye and it'd bleed out. It wouldn't bleed out, it just hit its brain, like just slightly touch its brain and kill it. You go hog hunting with this. I say it's okay for hog hunting. I'm gonna end this video soon because this is making me pour sweat. You can go hog hunting and all sorts of stuff. Deer hunting though, I feel like if you're gonna go deer hunting, you should have the proper equipment. Now, what I mean by proper equipment is if you want to bring a deer home, bring like a real gun, or heck, bring like another powerful gun that shoots like 1,300 feet per second, or something that shoots 80 grain pellets. So that way, if you don't make the kill with 14 grain, like this is 14.3 grain, so it's a little bit bigger than 14 grain, 3% bigger. But the only difference between 177 and 22 is 22 is bigger than 1.77 caliber. But if you're just going to be sitting in your backyard exterminating some crows, well, you have to have a license and season for that. But if you're just going to be exterminating some squirrels, if they're not considered a pest and you don't have any squirrels in your backyard and you rarely see them, you can't shoot them without a license. And it has to be seasoned, which you have to wait all year until fall next year, 2021. I've noticed fairly things about this. I've shot this gun a couple times, and when you break the barrel, I'd see smoke coming out of where the pellet goes. Now, yes, I did drop my pellets by accident, and I bent a couple up, but I made sure I shot them the right way. The way you do that is you don't want to make sure that they're close range, because number one, it's just gonna have more impact. You want to make sure that the pellet has just more range to fly. That way, the gun slings it a little less harder. Because a fun fact, if you guys did not know up close, the gun slings it faster, so it has more pressure to hit something. The more damage it is, the more it's going to make your barrel smoke. That's the way I know with this gun. Now, the safety on this gun is right here. Okay, well, you guys can see it. Can you see it right there? Flip it down, that's safe. Up, that's fine, ready to go. No, there's nothing loaded in this gun. I've exterminated a couple of birds with this specific gun. Now, I can't say exterminated a couple, because I've only exterminated a blackbird. I don't want to say it, but yes, I've exterminated a robin by accident. Yes, I know I can't shoot songbirds, and I was a songbird. I promise I won't do it again. I've exterminated a pigeon, so a blackbird, a robin, a pigeon, and another pigeon. I've killed 4 things with this so far. I'm trying to get a squirrel so I can eat it. Never ate a squirrel before, so that's what I want to do. Another thing that I really do is impressed with this gun is it's got a rubber butt pad for its kick. Because over 800 feet per second, you're going to get kicks. I shot one with 700 feet per second with 10 pumps. That was across from the 760 Pump Master. Totally piece of shit. It didn't shoot hard. It shot soft. And overall, it's a total piece of shit. Now, there's a full review. Let me do a full show of the Benjamin. This gun is about 5'4", 5'3" in height. I'm 5'6". And this gun comes to about right under here. Somewhere right about, hang on, right there, as you guys can see, that's me standing full up. Comes right under my pec, or whatever you're gonna call a man's boob. I don't know. So this gun's about 5'3", 5'2", maybe in the 4-foot range. Because I'm 5'6", and this gun almost is as tall as me. I've had this gun for roughly about almost 3 weeks, almost a month, and so far it's held up. I've never had any issues of it breaking. Like, I've never had any issues. Like, I saw the main issue with this gun is right back here when you break the barrel. Usually that comes up, but I haven't had that issue yet. It's because it hasn't been shot in a while, and what I've been shooting at is small game, like squirrel and bird. I've killed no squirrels yet. Looking to kill one first thing in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to vlog it, but I'm looking to kill one first thing in the morning. So I guess I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. This video is going to nowhere near short. It just wanted a video that I'm going to record of just reviewing it. From a scale of 1 to 10 for this gun, it definitely has to be a 9.5. The dislikes is the barrel is 35 pounds to break, and the overall gun is 6 pounds, so I have to have a rest for this gun. Like, I can hold it. I think my most stable is, so people say your most stable is like this. My most stable is like this, like having one finger for extra support. But yeah, overall kick, not too bad. I'm gonna see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna go try and get a cool shower. And see you guys in a bit. Oh, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications, that way you never miss a new video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.